This is a very quick tutorial to show you how to create respawn points for multiples of men. So we're going to choose our assets. We're going to go to woodland because we're in Bolota and it's all woody. Start with an officer. Just give him a direction to look out. He's got a rifleman with a backpack. A marksman with an LSW. And a medic. Oops. Currently all of these characters, with the exception of the officer, are not players. They're not playable either. So all we need to do is change their attributes. So we go into the attributes section, which is right click on the bottom, tick playable. Again, right click on the bottom, tick playable. And you'll see we're getting a pinky purpley set of circles. I'm not sure if they're pink or purple, I'm slightly colourblind, you'll have to let me know. And we just change all their attributes to playable. Okay, so we'll go in the lobby now. We'll get an option to play any one of these characters, and also AI will play with them as well. So we now need to create a place for them to spawn. So we go to markers, dive into where we want to go, just collapse that, go all the way to the bottom, go to system, click empty, empty marker number 1. So we're going to connect to that. So we're going to change its attributes. Now its variable name is important. Because it's a respawn point, you must put respawn. Because these guys are up 4, correction, blue 4, it must be a respawn west. If there was going to be more than one respawn point, you'd put respawn point underscore west, underscore 1, and so on and so forth. Now the text box here, this is what shows up on the map. So I'm going to put Brit respawn, and I'm going to make the colour of it on the map a solid blue. Okay, and I'm going to leave the opacity at completely solid blue. There we go. Right. Now, when you come back into the map, you won't be able to see that. It's there. It's about there, but you can't see it. But all these guys now should all be playable. Okay, just check. Okay, we now need to change the attributes of the game itself. So we go to the attributes, go to multiplayer. What we're going to do, normally you'd come and you'd find this respawn is disabled. Because I've been playing with it earlier, it wasn't. We're going to click on respawn on custom position. And your time goes up to 5 minutes. So the delay I'm going to set to 15 seconds. I'll set it for 10 for this. If you had vehicles, you could also do that. You can enable AI in the lobby, and you can auto assign slots in the lobby. And you can give a summary if you want to. I'm going to disable AI. You can allow manual respawn, which allows people to combat log. And if you want them to keep the gear that they pick when they choose the character, when they respawn in, they'll come back with that gear again. That stops them defaulting to the original blue 4 op 4 independent gear. Okay, unknown game mode, don't worry about that. So we're going to check that we've got show respawn counter, respawn in wave. You don't have to tick anything else. Select respawn position. If you've got multiples, they can select them. So we'll try that for now and see what happens with that. So we now need to save as. Now we're going to save it as below to respawn test. If you leave gaps, it looks a bit weird when you put it in the when you go to load the game in. It puts a percentage and a number 20 in there, so we're going to underscore it. If you binarize the scenario file, what happens is the file is compressed, and it's very much easier to load the file up into the game. However, it means you can't go into the SQM afterwards or beforehand and change any of the scripts. So we'll leave that unticked for now. We'll save that. Okay, so it says here, below to respawn test generous summer. Okay. I'm just going to check again the attributes. So it all looks fine. Select my respawn position. Allow the manual respawn. Okay. Let's close the editor. And I want that one. I don't want that one. Okay. Play. There we go. Rifleman. I'll have that. We'll go in. So in theory, click on Brit Respawn. So if you have multiple respawns, you can just tick that respawn point. You can put multiple respawns in there, sorry. And when you tick in the attributes for the game itself, you can tick, you can set that box. And I'm not making any sense, am I? I'm going to shut up right now because this isn't helping. I'm just going to blow myself up. Salute like a yank. Says you're right, you shouldn't salute like a yank. Okay. So we've done that. Select the Brit respawn point, respawn, and we're in. It's best to use the select point because it is without doubt the most accurate way to get over any of the script problems that occur. Go back here now. Come out of this. Go into the editor. Somewhat generous editor. Come on. And open. Right, intermissions. So I go to map. System empty. I want to create another respawn point. I might create it over here. Attributes. So respawn underscore west underscore 1. I'm going to call it respawn 2. No, I'm just going to call it spawn 2. Okay. Spawn 2, right. Actually, let's just change that a moment, sorry. And I save it, export it to multiplayer, go out, new session, here we go, and restart it. Whenever you do any changes to a server, always restart, never go and start, that's normal. I've chosen spawn 2. I'll respawn here. I'm going to play the most dangerous game of football going. Where's that? Where's that bloody football gone? There it is. Right. Okay. So I'm going to select Brit respawn this time. Okay. And respawn to a different position. Lovely. Thank you very much.